Hello everyone, MechFrog here. Today we're going to be tackling a Conquest box of Old Dominion Legionnaires. I'm really excited about this brand new faction that Parabellum has added to the game. This box itself can be either built as Praetorian Guard or as Legionnaires, and I don't know anything about the differences between the two of them, but I just decided to go with the Praetorian Guard. Very first thing I did was hit them with primer and then with a bronze base coat. I knew that most of these guys were going to be bronze, and so went with that. After that, I made my own little contrast slash wash using a couple of different colors and the Citadel color contrast medium. The goal behind this was to create that aged bronze look, and it goes on real smooth. This is kind of a trial by practice. You kind of figure out the best percentages for you, how much of that green you want to show up and how much you want it to be kind of subtle. So I ended up with about a 30-20-50 split there. Once it dries, it definitely has that look of aged metal, which is awesome. Next up, did the base coat for the exposed flesh. This faction definitely has that kind of zombie-esque vibe to it. So here and there on the models, you can kind of see the the remains of the person that once was inside these armor shells. And so hitting it with that base green, and then I'm going to go over the top of it with a wash, militarium green contrast paint. That really helps pull out fills in the little nitty-gritty points, and then I'll come back later afterwards and hit the high spots to highlight. Quick and easy and mostly painless. Next up is the Mephiston Red, hitting the exposed cloth for these Praetorian Guard. After the red is dried, I come back and use a 50-50 split red tone and mid-brown wash over the top, and that creates the nice deep shadows on the fabric. And then once that is dry, we can use a good highlight color to hit the edges and make those pop. So the wash is going to darken down that red considerably. So the edge work will bring it back to us. From here on out, it's detail work, adding in some contrast metal colors, including this bluish steel color. And as mentioned earlier, I'm going to come back in and hit some of the highlights for the greens. Make sure the portions that would be getting a little bit more light because they're sticking out are going to get that light green highlight. And it's the same auric color, the base color, just over the top of the military green quote-unquote wash. Additionally, blue tone over the silverish steel, blue steel type, blue steel, over the blue steel to give it a more aged look. It's been around for a while, and I think that did a really good job of bringing it all together. And here we are with the 12 finished. They're in their custom bases and ready to get out onto the table and cause some damage. I really, really love this faction. I think this is definitely not going to be my last set of Old Dominion models that I purchase. Assembly was easy and fun. The parts fit together well. Even without the super specific instructions, it's pretty obvious what pieces go where. So good luck if you want to tackle an Old Dominion. I would definitely recommend it. They're a cool faction. As always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate the support here as we move past the 1,000 sub mark. It was really exciting. If you haven't yet subbed and you're still here, then maybe it's worth it. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll work hard to keep producing some really cool hobby content. Take care, be awesome, make the world a slightly better place today and tomorrow.